Welcome back to the show and many thanks for staying with us. We want to challenge the government to deliver the country from economic hardship. That's the charge from the chairman of the Church of Pentecost Worldwide to President Akufo-Addo's administration. Apostle Professor Opoku-Onyenah said this at the launch of the Political Youth Chamber by the Church of Pentecost in Accra. Michaela Nai was there for JoyNews and has filed the following report.
We are currently at the Youth Political Chamber, a program spearheaded by the Church of Pentecost Youth Ministry. And basically, the youth is being empowered to take up leadership positions in government, and very prominent personalities have been addressing the youth. Among them is the former rector of GIMPA, Professor Stephen Adair, and he's joining us for a little chat. Thank you very much, Prof.
Yes, thank you also for this opportunity. Well, first of all, I'm a youth.
That's great, yeah.
I'm only 69 young.
You're a big youth.
Yes. And probably, I think that now that I've been a professor of leadership and taught leadership, if I were probably to choose another career, it would have been in political leadership, because of the impact of politicians on society, for better, for worse. How they model their ways, their power over policy, their personal modeling, their control of the resources of the country, which is about a quarter of our national gross domestic product, is actually spent by the government of the day, any government of it. And all of these make them so important. And I think that Christians must be there. And of course, there are some there, but more of them should be there. The Bible says we are salt of the earth and the light of the world. A light. Many Christians don't want to go to politics because they say it is dirty, there's corruption, there are other things. But my view is this: where the darkness is darkest, there the little light you may have will bright most. And we must be there for the sake of our country. And I support the youth of the Church of Pentecost now thinking that political career is not for only the people of the world, but for Christians. And I will share them with them. However, it's a slippery ground. You must be strong in your values, and your morals must be rooted in Christ.
Apostle Professor Opoku-Onyenah, the chairman of the Church of Pentecost Worldwide, has also been given his assessment of Nana Addo's 100 days in office, and he believes the government is capable of delivering Ghana from economic slavery.
The 100 days report has actually shown that the government has begun well, being able to pay some debts, and that is a sign that there are good days ahead. And therefore, we will continue to challenge the government that they should continue to meet the needs of the people, serve the people, and help Ghana come out of economic hardship and challenges. And we believe that we can make it, and therefore they can make it. So we are looking forward to them. With a sign that we have seen, we believe that they should be able to do it. We are looking forward to success and prosperous Ghana. We are trusting that the one district, one factory will materialize. At least if you are able to get 30%, I will even thank God for that.
George Washington once said, "It is impossible to govern the world without God and the Bible." I leave you to wrap your head around this. Michaela Anderson for JoyNews.
And away from that, defiant illegal miners in the Ashanti region town of Akokeri want government to rescind its decision to ban the illegal small-scale mining activities. Although some of them admit they are causing a lot of destruction, especially to farmlands, they maintain that there are no alternatives for them to make a living. These are the sentiments expressed to JoyNews team during a visit to some mining sites barely 24 hours after government's ultimatum to halt illegal mining activities expired. Mohammed Nuruddin has been speaking to some of the Galamsey operators.
This place looks very busy every day because residents say this is the only way they can survive. You can see women and men struggling for a living inside the pit.
I am here purposely to raise money for a business. I have been asked to pay 350 Ghana cedis for training.
If the government bans this work, he will bring hardship on us. That is what we used to fend for ourselves. We are not destroying any river body here. The government can go ahead and do whatever they want to do. We don't destroy river bodies. We don't also use excavators as well. If the government says we should stop, then we will go back to our hometowns and find another work to do.
Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin's Ashanti Regional correspondent. He joins me now on the line. Hello, Nuruddin. Hello, Nuruddin. Can you hear me? It appears that we have lost Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin, but we'll touch base with him and get some more information on that particular story. We'll continue to fight. We'll continue to fight against illegal mining until we achieve results. Well, those are the words of the Lands and Natural Resources Minister John Peter Amewu. Today has been set aside as a day to draw attention to the negative effect of illegal mining on the environment. Officials of the ministry and other anti-Galamsey campaigners protested on the street of Accra today to show their disapproval of Galamsey.
It is a huge challenge. This is not the end. Yes. It is going to be a fight that we will fight until we achieve results. But as a government and as a people, we are not against Ghanaians mining at all. Mining, it's something that is done across all regimes, but it is done in a more sustainable and environmental friendly manner. Anybody out there who wants to conform to this regime of mining, that person is welcome. You mine to conform to the regulatory framework. You mine in a more sustainable and an environmental friendly manner. We will entertain you. But for the recalcitrant ones that go up there, dredging down the water, by destroying our forests, our vegetations, polluting of the environment, they are the people we are going in there for, and we will not allow that. There is going to be a combat and a militant approach after the end of these 21 days, and that is going to follow suit. After we visited the site, it was clear that huge numbers of earth-moving equipment were withdrawn from this site. I have no doubt, and I'm clear in my mind, that the intention of these guys is to return back to those areas. Of course, we are not going to allow that.
Minister John Amewu, he's also been talking about government intention to provide jobs through a recovery process. Measures have also been put in place to support the groups and individuals involved in Galamsey. He however advises that mining should be done in conformity with the rules and regulation of the ministry.
For the purpose of livelihood, yes, of course, as government, we want to provide food for people, job for people. But we cannot sacrifice that for the distractions of the environment. And so the reclamation program or process is going to be an alternative livelihood. We have estimated about 1.6% of the Earth's surface being destroyed by Galamsey. That is in the region of almost quite close to about 40,000 kilometers squared. If you have to reclaim this area alone, it's huge. And so there's going to be a two model that we're going to apply. We are examining the possibility of youth employment programs to run along with the reclamation program, which is an alternative. We have estimated the reclamation cost per hectare, and this one can also be given out to the same individuals, people's household families that were engaged in this activity to undertake the reclamation for a fee. That can be done, and that will be followed by planting of trees, indigenous species over these areas. We are going ahead to demarcate areas that are very prospective, and those areas will be allocated to these small-scale miners with the intention of monitoring. That also is on call. So we are not against people who want to mine, but if you want to mine, you need to mine to conform with our laws and our regulation and the best practices. That is what we're saying.
So how far are we going to go with this fight against Galamsey?
It's going to go. I mean, in the ministry itself, we're coming up with a 5-year project called the MMIP, which is a multilateral mining integrated project. That is a 5-year project. The combat and militant approach that we're going to witness soon from here is going to last for more than 2 years. It's not going to be hit and run, strategy as we saw in the past. This is going to be a very sustainable one. So those that are withdrawing, we are asking them to withdraw totally and completely. The intention of going back, that will never happen.
So that's what's happening in Accra. Let's go over again to the Ashanti region where Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin is standing by. Hello, Nuruddin. Okay, so we know, I mean, between yesterday or 3 days ago and today, the minister and the ministry has been doing their best to, assess what's happening in these areas. They've been there, and we've seen, like he's saying, moving equipment moved away, some just parked. What is the situation with these people who you spoke to who are not using any of these excavators, etc.? Are they still, it appears that they're still at work?
Yeah, you see, I went to the Galamsey area yesterday, El Boasi and Native Warrants, and when we got to Akrokeri, there were a lot of miners, illegal miners there, and they were on site doing their own thing. But Obuasi and Native Warrants, a place like Pomposo, Akari, Boriso, and then Brahabebome, we realized, or we saw only few, about 10. There were no more than 10 people there mining. Okay. We were told that they have carried the excavators away. About 4 of them were on site, but when the minister announced, gave them the deadline, they carried the excavators away. And so, outside these 3 places, Akrokeri, there were a lot of miners there, and they were actually on site to do their own thing.
And are there any officials or any members of the task force, if there is any, who are trying to prevent them from continuing to work in these places?
We didn't see anything like that. There wasn't anybody from any of the task force, from the task force to ask them to stop. We only saw residents also came around to just witness what we're doing. When we went initially, they didn't allow us to take pictures because they thought that we were to expose them. We are coming to tell the whole world that they are still in that work. And so we had to speak to them and tell them our purpose. And so eventually they allowed us to take some footages and some pictures. And they were more concerned about their own inability to get to work if the government should ask them, to leave the place. And so they were appealing to the government to reconsider the decision and allow them to continue. They were saying that their place, there's no any river. I'm talking about Akrokeri. They were saying there's no river there. So there's no way they could, pollute any river. They are doing it in their own way. So they think that the government should reconsider its decision and allow them to continue the work. Either than that, they would have nothing to do if they have been asked to leave the place. And
they don't seem to be aware that they are actually causing harm to the land as well.
Exactly. I asked them the same question, and what they are saying is that they haven't, there is no any river body there, and they are also not doing it. They are not using excavators. That was exactly what they said. They are not using the excavators. And so they are not too sure of, destroy any land or any farm, land there. But when we went around, we realized there were some potholes, and we asked them what exactly are they going to do with those pits? How are they going to make sure that nobody is going to fall in that pit? Okay. They were saying that they would, after every mining, they cover it and they make sure the place is safe.
They do their own kind of reclamation, sort of. Thank you very
Exactly.
much. Thank you very much, Mahmoud. Mahmoud Muhammad Nuruddin is a correspondent in the Ashanti region. Still on Galamsey, the Media Coalition Against Illegal Mining has declared today Red Friday. This is part of efforts to sensitize Ghanaians against the menace. The action comes on the back days after the expiration of the 21-day ultimatum given by the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources. Patricia Gasu visited some media houses this morning. Watch this. It's a Red Friday and it's hashtag No to Galamsey. The campaign still continues. All media practitioners are required to wear red today. And as usual, you can see me in red. I'm at Graphic Communications Limited and I'm going in there to speak to some of my colleagues here.
Stop Galamsey. We are killing.
I agree to a no to Galamsey in the sense that those who are fighting for Galamsey to be sustained, the country can survive, today, but in the near future we are going to have negative effects of Galamsey. Therefore, we must all desist and then push for it to be stopped.
No longer matters. You see, the future will judge us.
Personally, I am passionate about this because I'm from the Achim area and I have two big rivers around, Pra and Brim. As I knew it when I was growing up, everything has changed. The last time I got to cross Pra, I only saw mud, not river, and I think that we should rally to stop the menace. No matter the ounces of gold people get from the river, it cannot replace lives. And we need water to survive. And that is the reason I am passionate. And I am happy that my company has taken this up and we're leading it. And we'll lead it to its conclusion.
Galamsey should be stopped immediately. Because if care is not taken, Ghana is going to import potable water, which is going to be very costly, and then it will affect the future generation. So then we have to put an immediate stop to Galamsey.
I have in front of me a signature campaign for hashtag Stop Galamsey movement as a Ghana Media Project 2017. So Stop Galamsey, ending water and environmental crisis. Save Ghana. So what I'm going to do now is to sign. I think I have to move to the next page.
You still have some.
Okay, so I'm number 28 and my name is on this particular sheet. And my name is Patricia Gasu for Accra.
Thank you.
And then I sign. My beautiful signature. Today is 21st April 2017. Okay, so I have also joined the campaign, hashtag No to Galamsey.
Thank you very much for joining the campaign. Well, I'm happy you are here. This issue of stopping Galamsey is very dear to my heart. If you listen to some of the commentaries coming from the Galamsey areas, people cannot even get water to drink. This we anticipate will happen in some years ahead, not today in Ghana. If we are facing the water crisis today, then when the whole world is supposed to face a crisis, where would we be? I'm happy you signed this campaign.
Rap, stop Galamsey. We are killing Galamsey, so stop Galamsey now.
Stop Galamsey now! Now, 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 now!
The campaign still continues and is the hashtag No to Galamsey. I'm currently at CTFM with Bernard Avle and Okay, I just want to know how they're contributing to this Stop Galamsey Now.
Stop Galamsey Now. Charlie, it's been massive. For the whole week, we've been doing reports on Galamsey effect on water. This week has been on water, and luckily the regional minister, went to the Eastern region. So we had a report out there. We did a couple of documentaries on the effect of Galamsey on water. So we're just doing tweets and social media stuff on Stop Galamsey. I'm wearing my CTFM.
Yeah, I can see that hashtag. Okay, it's just Stop Galamsey Now.
But the hashtag is Stop Galamsey Now.
Okay.
So it's massive. Stop Galamsey now. No to Galamsey. Ban Galamsey now. Everything Galamsey must go down, and that's what we are doing here today.
Yeah, Stop Galamsey and white Stop Galamsey.
Yeah.
I went from the black Stop Galamsey to the white Stop Galamsey. And yes, I think I match it by wearing red.
But there's a red here. So as Bernard said, we've been talking about it using all sorts of media, so traditional media, social media as well, and also engaging those in policy. We are engaging legislators, parliament, we are engaging the government, because as much as we want to get the whole Ghana involved, we need to get the key actors also involved so that we get some action.
How far are we going with this campaign?
You know, the good thing is, you can enter a fight knowing when it ends. That's normal. But if you enter a fight not knowing
when it's going to end,
because there are people who say they are waiting for the minister to stop the tour, then they'll come back to do the Galamsey. We have airtime and we're going to push. And the great thing is that all the media is involved. It's not just a CTFM thing. Joy, Graphic, Times, Occupy Ghana. So if somebody gets tired, somebody else is going to continue. And I really think that by the end of the year 2017, we would see some massive changes, because the way the media is concerted and talking about this, it will take a really, really brave person to continue doing Galamsey, looking at how influential and powerful the media is. So for me, I think it's a fight we have to win, and we'll not stop until we win.
Okay. So, as he says, we are not stopping until we win. The campaign still continues. Is the hashtag Stop Galamsey now.
Rap, stop Galamsey. We are killing Galamsey. So stop Galamsey now. Galamsey.